I'm ready.
Howdy.
Hi.
Morning.
Hi.
Good morning. Happy Tuesday. It is Tuesday, right? Yeah, it is Tuesday.
Topless Tuesday.
Well, I
Tomorrow's
don't know about that. Eric said, I'll play.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Show the boobies.
no boobies.
You know, if I do have that live show that I was talking about,
Uh-huh.
Wednesday would probably be the best day for me to have it. Wiener Wednesday.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect. Couldn't agree more. Well, happy August. First day of August.
Yeah. Last
I
month of
can't believe.
summer.
Yeah, it won't be long before summer or winter's here.
I know.
Don't say that.
Now we just lost half of our viewers.
Yeah.
Pissed them off better.
Like, screw that.
Screw you! I ain't watching this shit anymore.
Screw y'all.
They all just use their box cutters to open up a vein, you know.
I don't know. It seems like the picking is better for me during the winter.
The dumpster's a lot warmer.
This winter, I just thought they just throw everything away. Yeah.
Oh, I figure it's because the dumpster's warmer in the summertime. You enjoy it better.
It seems like it's better in the winter.
Just don't ever stick your tongue on it in the winter.
I'm not gonna stick my tongue on it. Like, you know what? I was watching your video and you opened a plastic bag from a thrift store with your mouth.
I know. And that is so unlike me.
Don't give me advice, Nikki, about sticking my mouth places.
That is so unlike me because
I was printing just now. Could you say something about sticking your mouth in places?
Yeah.
It's too early.
Ooh.
I remember that because I think I said something about it because I'm very particular.
I was watching all this morning.
About washing my hands and you got to be clean when you cook and I'm very particular about that. So yeah, for me to actually stick my mouth on a thrift store bag, that was amazing because I never do that.
That's funny.
Never say never.
Yeah,
there's always a first time.
I must have been taking one for the team because that was a big deal for me.
Oh, hopefully everybody's having a.
I guess I'll open the chat.
And
let's get it.
There you go. That's a way to get the morning started, huh? Who was that?
Me.
Sally?
Mm-hmm. Maybe it was just people paying for shit, though. Let me see. Yep.
So money.
Now, see, on my phone, I don't have... If they pay for something, it's a different ringer.
I'm not mine.
So if they buy something, it's the cha-ching. Actually, cha-ching's twice, I think, and then the PayPal thing goes off. I don't know.
Yeah, my cha-ching's twice.
Yeah, mine is just the cha-ching for them buying it and then them paying. And then I get a for a question. was that a good imitation of that noise?
Okay.
I've been imitating Valerie's noises from her because she was talking to me while she was in the other room, and oh my god, it sounds like bagpipes so bad. And then she's talking to me, and all of a sudden it goes, "How was it, Valerie?"
I
Like,
don't know.
it just sounded like she was gonna belt out a song, like oh or something. It was just like this high pitched sound that sounded like she was just gonna belt out a song and sing me a song, you know. I was laughing, and she's like, "Why are you laughing?" And I'm like, "I thought you were gonna sing to me."
Oh my goodness.
It was funny.
Well, Robin must really love us because she hasn't been able to get video of the show on her phone for like the last 2 weeks. But she is here every day. So she must
Yes,
really
she
love
is.
us.
Yes, she
Robin, you
is.
little trooper, you.
Yeah, she is.
My eBay's being stupid.
Well, just cha-ching.
I know, but I'm trying to like relist 148 things, and it doesn't want to do it. It just gives me the circles.
Yeah, the good old circles.
eBay has been so glitchy lately. It's really ticking me off.
Yeah, it is. It's been horrible lately. Horrible.
Like, it's only showing me like 50 items or something, and the rest have circles. What do you do?
Turn it off and try it again later.
But I tried that yesterday, and they double listed my shit.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
yeah, don't do
No.
that.
I know. I was like, hey, wait a second.
Well, I mean, you definitely have to be careful with that because, if you don't think that it went through, usually it went through
Yeah,
on their end, it just hasn't went through on your end. And so you kind of have to, go back and research and find it, which takes up time, but you still have to do it.
Well, that's a
But
bummer. Hank is leaving. She can't play video on her iPhone or iPad phone or.
That sucks.
yeah, what's going on with that? Do you have to do you have to install like an app or something?
No, I suppose. If you uninstall it and reinstall it, I would assume it would work.
Yeah.
Or restart your phone, restart your devices.
I can't remember what it was. It was my camera was acting up yesterday on my phone, but I think it was through the eBay app because if I was using my camera otherwise, it was fine.
Yeah.
So I went ahead and uninstalled it and then reinstalled it, and now it works okay. So yeah, like you said, it's got a lot of little glitches right now. And I don't know why that is, but it is.
For like the last 6 months, they've been really glitchy, off and on.
Yeah. You think that's because they're making a lot of changes, or?
Yeah, they're probably doing app updates.
Yeah.
They're just dumb.
Yeah.
Just
Today,
being dumb.
give us a heads up and say, hey, be nice. Like, well, it's not our fault.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I love eBay. I'm not bashing eBay. I love eBay. That's how I make most of my
No,
money.
but they're stupid sometimes.
Yeah. But sometimes they tick me off.
The hardest part about running a major platform is anytime you do a little update, you
Yeah.
really don't have a clue what it's going to do to your system when you roll it out, you know, worldwide.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, you've tested it, you've run it against everything, but you just never really know until you get it out there. And then once they do, you start to deal with the consequences of it, and then you got to go back and do the patches and fixes and everything. So
And that's what I said the other day. You know, I mean the enormous systems that they must have, and keeping them up to date, and keeping them running good and everything. That's a big job. And I understand that there's going to be problems. There's going to be glitches. Hey, we're working on things right now or something. You know what I mean? I mean, if
Well,
they're going to make major changes or whatever, let us know.
well, they're constantly working on that system. I mean, that's just the way software programming is
course,
doing. They're
yeah.
constantly working on it, and they roll out little things. And even Tim was talking about, I mean, you know, the new search by photo, the new shipping functions that they're going to add in. You know, and don't forget, I mean, half the time they roll something out, they let you opt into it or not. And so
Yeah.
it's almost like they have a couple different systems out there running because, oh, I don't want to opt into that. Or, I mean, how long did it take everybody to adopt the Seller's Hub? I mean, it took a year for everybody to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, you just kind of have to deal with it and just, you know, hopefully it doesn't impact everything. Now, what I find is, though, on PC, I don't really have as much issues as people have on phones or anything like that. So
That's kind of what I'm experiencing too. I mean, there's always going to be those glitches, but I think they're less on the phone, you know, or tablet, or they're less on the computer rather than the phone or the tablet.
true.
That is.
Now, see, I have to say, the developers of the app, if I ever have any problems with the app, I message them, and it seems like within a day it's fixed.
Huh.
And I don't really have that many problems. My issue is like glitches as far as people paying sometimes and things like that. It's within the eBay system. It's not because I'm using an app.
Right.
But my glitches are more like other things, like on the other end.
As Nikki breaks out her
Mhm.
tinfoil hat because it's her glitches.
What did he say? I didn't hear him.
I said you broke out your tinfoil hat because you own those glitches.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't make another show yesterday. How's everybody's sales?
My sales
I got
sucked
4 yesterday.
yesterday. I got 1. For the weekend, I think I had 7 going out. So which was, it was weird because I didn't get anything Sunday until like 9 o'clock at night. And then they all just went boom, boom, boom. So it's kind of weird that happened, but.
And I didn't get absolutely anything on. I mean, well, I did. I think I got 1 on the weekend. It was bad for me.
I had so many sales over the weekend that I couldn't pack my Monday morning sales up in time to get into the post office.
Oh my gosh.
It was insane. I was taking offers left and right. I took out 18 or 19 packages on Monday, and because I had things I had to do, so I went on the show. And usually I pack up, you know, my Monday stuff. If it comes in before 2 o'clock, I usually pack it up. I had no chance to get it all packed up.
Wow.
I got like 7 more going out today.
Woohoo! That's good.
And they weren't small sales; they were big sales. I mean, I did almost $400 yesterday. I did.
Nice.
It ended up being like a $1,200 weekend. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
Nice.
That is awesome.
I think some of it was because of the listing thing we did on Saturday. Because I mean, I sold several things from that listing. You know, I listed 22 or 23 items, and I sold six or seven of those items. So
Wow.
I've been about $70, $70 to $80 a day for the last few days, which ain't bad.
That's good.
No.
yeah, I was not excited. I was hoping everybody's sales were picked up or something. But
Nope.
Well, like I said, all of August is usually one of my biggest months. It has been the last few years, so
I'm really hoping that this
get sales.
is a very good month.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, the last few years, the last couple of years, yeah, August has been one of my biggest months of the year. So usually more towards the end, but yeah.
yeah, July turned out to be one of my better months.
Yeah, July. Usually the end of July and all of August is usually pretty good, but I really start seeing a big increase in sales at the end of August. That's been consistent the last 2 or 3 years. So.
Ouch, Mary.
I was so ticked off yesterday. I went to my big storage shed, which I have 2 big cabinets right as soon as you open the door. So get in there to do my stuff. I got to move these 2 cabinets out, right, or at least one of them. Well, and on one of the cabinets, I have a big tote that has a bunch of saws and stuff in it, so it's really heavy. So I pull this tote down, put it on the ground. I pull out one of the cabinets, get that off to the side, which is a heavy cabinet. A few more big boxes of stuff, and set them off to the side. And I get my whole picture taken thing set up and everything, and just start getting ready to start listing. My brother-in-law calls. He needs a freaking ride.
Oh my God.
Yes, I was like, oh my God. Because I had just given him a ride to work like a couple hours before that. Well, then he needed a ride from one location to another. I'm like,
Wow.
oh, I was so angry.
Does he not drive?
Yeah, he drives. He just doesn't have a car. Which I would have just told him to take my car, but there's no bathroom at the storage facility, so
Right.
it's not like I could just be left there,
Right.
Are you saying it's not private enough for you just to go squat in the field?
No. I have, but usually more towards dark. I have done it. I have a garbage can in my storage shed that I've peed in before. I shut the door and peed in there. But
You gotta go.
Hey, you know what?
well, because like where it is, you guys always hear trains in the background. There's a lot of trains there,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like a major hub for the trains. So a lot of times that road going to the gas station is blocked. So yeah, it's like, well, it's either pee my pants or pee in the store, pee in a garbage can.
Why do I have this visual of Nikki sitting on a garbage can on the backside of a storage unit, waving at the train conductors as they go by?
Have a good day.
Well, I've never had to sit on my garbage can because I've never had to poop there, but
That's good.
There's always tomorrow.
yeah. If that was the case, I would go the other way and gas station. But sometimes I have to watch myself because here, out on the farm, I'm not above going out there squatting. If I'm out there and gotta go. But so I gotta watch myself. But sometimes in town, I forget I'm in town, and there I am peeing.
Yeah, Tim's talking about Walmart summer clearance being marked down now. So if you're an Amazon seller, or you might be able to pick up some deals for eBay as well, but be careful. He's talking about grill covers, and I know Dusty's probably still sitting on grill covers he bought last year.
Mm-hmm.
So be careful of that, so don't get too crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually do pretty good those a couple of years ago, I bought a whole bunch of bikini tops and bottoms, and I'm still selling those. Which is not a bad thing because I got them for $1 and I sell them for usually 10.
Yeah.
And you know, that was a good thing for me, and that was one of my, you know, constants, and I sell them all year round. So I try not to get. I bought a couple of they're the turkey decoys.
Yeah.
I bought a couple of those last time as I was at Walmart. I bought a couple of those, and then what else did I buy? It was a couple of their sound bars for like electronics. I bought a couple of those, and then it's called Scent Away or something for hunters.
Yeah.
So I bought that too. So I mean, they were all $2 each. So and they go for upwards of $15 a piece. So I should do okay on those.
How'd the sound bars do?
I haven't sold any of those yet.
Oh.
Silver Hair Stacker says laugh out loud, Bikini Bottom isn't that where SpongeBob lives? I don't know.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Bikini Bottom.
I don't get my local Walmart. They don't have really great clearance, but sometimes like I'll go to the one farther away. Like this spring, they had all these fishing cast nets that were like $2 a piece on clearance, and I think I was selling them for $30 a piece on eBay. But I'm sold out now.
And, well, we did get all those X-Wing fighters for $6 a snap.
Oh yeah, all the Star Wars toys, which we haven't done really great.
I'm gonna wait.
What did I see? No.
You know what I want to do? I want to put a big battle across our ceiling. You have like TIE fighters on one side, on the other, and have a
We're
whole
in
battle.
our bedroom, so we can No, we can dress
the
up.
cheerleading.
Like one of us, I could be Darth Vader, and you can be Princess. I could be Jabba.
I have a roll of tape.
Oh, this one. You're running out this one.
Oh. Went to the auction last night. Didn't get hardly anything.
Wasn't real good.
Well, they had some concertinas there and stuff, but everything was so astronomical.
Huh.
Yeah. There were a lot of heavy hitters there last night, so.
But
that's a bad thing about like our weekly indoor auctions, because we got all these flea marketers, so they really hit those like weeknight ones.
Well, and we have Ringman researching this stuff all through the week.
Yeah.
Because it's Ringman bid.
Yeah. My husband finally found a gooseneck trailer about 3.5 hours away from us. And so he wants to go down there Friday and stay nights and come back Saturday. I said, well, I got a huge auction on Saturday. And so he's going to take my daughter.
There you go. Those gooseneck trailers are nice.
It's the second half of this other auction that was when I was out of town. It was like a 10 or 12 hour auction.
Wow.
Well, this is the second half of it, so
yeah,
it's going to be a big day on Saturday. Another 10 to 12 hour day.
So now that's not one that you want to miss, right?
No, absolutely not.
So there's usually a bunch coming up on Labor Day.
Yeah. Yeah, this auction is supposed to not disappoint.
Yeah. I don't know what it, I mean, I know a lot of places have like big, huge auctions on the Labor Day weekend, and or there's big sales where they do like a big fairground sale, things like that.
Yeah. I'll be at a steam show on Labor Day weekend, which has a good flea market too.
Yep. Because it's kind of the end of the summer and people are blowing stuff out.
I was actually thinking about doing a flea market this year. Since now my husband has this big trailer, I might do a flea market down there this year. We'll see. I'm going to do one for sure at our steam show, but.
There you go, Sherry.
I'll be right back.
Yep. Okay. That's great. All right, Robin, you have a good day. On-site meeting this morning, so I probably can't make it back before you close out the show. Catch you all on the rewatch. Okie dokie. We'll see you later.
Bye, Robin.
Have a great day. Have a great day.
Val's now doing phone work. So.
What?
So Val's now getting ready to go do some phone work and phone solicitation or whatever.
Okay. No. Let's see here.
Sherry said that she's going to an auction for hospice. Last year, she bought a whole table of luggage for $1, and it had to be about Show's pants.
Yeah, perhaps you shouldn't buy the large stuff in quantity.
You gotta give them. You gotta give the men some. I don't know. Keep them on their toes. That's what I'm trying to say. Keep them on their toes, and sometimes
she said she's going alone.
Well, there you go. Sounds good.
That's better. Yeah.
So he could have the heart attack and pull up with the car full.
Yeah, that'll work.
Well, it took him a long time to pay, so I'll teach him a thing or one.
Yeah, they're behind your computer, behind your laptop.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
How's you guys' sales been, Tara?
Saturday we hit 500. That was good. And then Sunday was not that great. That was like a couple hundred. And I think yesterday we did like 350 or something. So, okay.
It sounds like you're doing all right.
Yeah, the veterinarian.
Don't worry, the vet's going to get a lot of it, so I don't get to keep it.
The vet bill's almost paid?
Yeah, we're done with that.
We paid it, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
But then, you know, when you pay that, when you take a bunch of money and pay that bill, of course, then you got all your other obligations you got to cover, right. You know, so then you just... No,
right. Something else will pop up.
Yeah.
The money comes in, it goes right out.
Yep. I hear you there.
So are you making money? Yes. Building wealth? Maybe.
Not really building wealth.
Yeah, that's the key. Yeah, I make a lot of money, but it doesn't really hang out with me. You know, it visits me for a day or two.
I handle
good
a lot
about
of
ourselves, and then we just move on.
Yeah, I handle a lot of money. I don't get to keep too much of it.
Yeah, if I was a guy collecting for like selling, I don't know, electricity, gasoline, groceries, veterinary services, I'd be well off.
Yeah, it's all frustrating at times when it just seems like you're just swimming upstream.
Yeah.
Very true.
So honestly though, about eBay, you could jump on this and doing the eBay thing. I mean, you can say, okay, I'm in, well, not in trouble, but I mean, I need to meet these obligations. So, Tara was listening through the night. I'm going through prices. I'm cutting everything that, I can let it go for less or whatever. And because we've been having some slow days, and it just, all of a sudden, it just generated enough money to get you out of it. So you can't go to your boss at a 9 to 5 and say, yeah, I need like a 2-week advance or something like that very, very often. You know,
Right.
most bosses will never do that, and even if you got a great boss, they're only going to do it for you 1 or 2 times. It's like eBay; you can just, when you need it, just go in there and pull it out. You know, that is one of the nice perks of this business that
That's
you don't
right.
have in your life.
Yeah, you can work harder and make money come in. You know, you can.
Yeah, you can make it happen. Where if you're getting, even if it's like I'm making $22 an hour. Well, that's great. But if your bills that month or whatever come out to be more than your $22 an hour can handle, there's no way to increase that by yourself. You know?
Yeah.
It's like you put a pipe in the ground, you work the handle, and money comes out.
Well, that's
a good way to put it.
I mean, yeah, it's like, you know, if you're not cranking that handle, ain't nothing coming out. So.
No.
Yeah, last night I actually stayed up a little bit later than normal. I stayed up until 1, and I was getting some listings done, you know, and I thought, well, you know, if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do.
Yeah.
I'll make up for it, you know, in the end. I'll work hard and stuff will happen. I
Yeah.
don't know if it's good stuff, but
Well, I mean, you know, it's like any other business that you personally own, that the amount of income you get is directly correlates to the amount of work you do.
right. That's very true.
You're going to work very hard doing this. I mean, I enjoy doing it, but you're going to put in a lot of hours and a lot of work. You'll work a lot harder at this than if you went and had a regular job. You know,
Right.
it's not I mean, and I like doing it, but it's not like, oh, I just sit here and watch the money roll in. It don't work that way.
Right. Right.
And I
It
think some
doesn't?
people, they think like, you know, oh, you work on the computer. It's like you don't even really work. No, I really do work. You know, like when you're goofing off on Friday night, a lot of times I'm sitting here in front of my computer listing crap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
It is a lot of work. I mean, it's not hard work. It's not like I'm digging ditches or something, but I mean, it is work.
It's not a get
Right.
rich quick, go on vacation whenever the
Yeah.
hell you want. You know, because if you want to go on vacation all the time, go fishing all the time, you're gonna go broke. There ain't no check waiting at the end.
This is going to be, we're going to try to have this be our goof off day where we're going to take the boat out. Now, you see what we're doing before we go. We're packing freaking boxes.
We gotta ship about 24 items before you can go goof off.
Yeah.
In our $70 boat.
I guess you got it up and running.
Yep.
Yeah.
Clean the carbs.
Nice.
And the thing started like, I mean, I just touched the key and the thing just popped on. It was running.
Wow.
It was like a kitten.
Did you change the impeller in the water pump?
I got the impellers coming in today. So I got right now the lower units off it, waiting for the impeller. And as soon as that comes UPS, I ordered it Prime. And as soon as that comes, I'm going to snap on the new impeller, put the new lower unit oil in it, and away we go.
Cool.
It's legal, registered it.
That's awesome.
Oh, and here's a new thing that I don't know in other states if they're doing it, but Wisconsin never did. It used to be if you bought a boat that the registration had expired, or the registration was still good, that didn't transfer to you. You know, you had to register it yourself, and you didn't get any credit for that. I registered the boat in Wisconsin, and they gave me the credit because it's actively registered with the other person. My registration was free. All I had to do was pay for the the titling fee or whatever, but I didn't have to pay an additional registration, which was cool.
Wow.
It's good till next summer. Wisconsin.
You said it like you that too.
Did you put a trolling motor on it just in case something happens and you got to work your way back to the dock?
No, that's why you got the stick.
No, we got sticks for that. That's what I got Tara and Brandon for.
Okay.
I'm going to drink a Pabst while they row me home.
I figure you just throw a rope on the boy and let him swim to the. Right. Yeah, I got stranded in the middle of a lake once because I didn't change the impeller.
I'll just
Oh yeah.
I'll wear a Speedo and just hitch a ride.
Well, I don't. Did he tell you? He thought the impeller was bad because it didn't. It's a Mercury motor. It didn't have the telltale where it shoots the water out. So he takes it all apart. He goes, "I'm really stupid." He goes, "I should have." The impeller really didn't look that bad. Well, then he got looking where that water comes out.
It's got a telltale.
Yeah, mud daubers clogged it up. Anyway. Yeah.
Yep. No, I had a Mercury, or not a Mercury, a Force 50 horse motor, which is Chrysler, and got out in the middle of the lake, and I got the boat up and running, everything was great, cleaned the carbs, whole 9 yards, but I never changed the impeller, and I'm like, I didn't even think about it, and got out there and overheated the motor.
Yeah. Well, this one, when I dropped the lower unit, they actually straightened out on the Starfish, which you almost never see. They usually hold that position where they're all curled up. So I'm like, oh my God, this thing's just probably a newer. So I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I already got the lower end off. I'll know it's a brand new one. I'm still gonna put that new impeller in. Yeah, no, I hate overheats. They scare the hell out of me because I'm always afraid of what damage happened to the motor when it got hot.
Now, the good thing about the Chrysler motor is the impeller is actually on the top part of the motor, because their whole system is weird. I mean, they don't have like on a Mercury motor, you can put those ears on it and run the water through it. On a Chrysler motor, you have to actually submerge the whole. This is an outboard. You have to submerge the whole propeller and lower unit in water. It sucks it up through the propeller of the shaft.
Huh.
Okay. Yeah, I never use the suction cups. We have because we have big water tanks, big horse water tanks. I always do it in the tank. I hate those suction cups. I don't trust them.
Yep. Couldn't use them with force motor, but.
And now they got bought out by Mercury, I think. Doesn't Mercury have force?
Oh no,
or is it? Oh no, it's Bombardier.
Bombardier.
Oh, okay.
I think they bought them, didn't they, Eric? Yeah. Did they buy them? Bombardier? One of them did.
BMP, Bombardier Motor Products.
I think one of them
bought out Evan.
Do they have somebody else has Force though? I thought.
Yeah, I don't know about Force, but I know Evan is owned by.
Well, that was Chrysler. They were Chrysler first. Chrysler Force was one of them first, and then I think it might have been Bombardier. I can't remember who bought them, but
I don't remember either. No, we've had Chryslers in the past, and they're not one of our favorites.
Well, the hard part is finding parts for them.
We've always had OMCs, Evinrude's and Johnson's, which we don't really have a lot of Mercuries, but I will say this seems like a pretty nice Mercury motor.
Yeah, I'm not a Mercury fan, but this one runs. I had the whole cover off, because I was working on. I cleaned the carbs, and when it started, I had to double check. I mean, I saw the red flywheel on top spinning. I'm like, that thing's running. I mean, compared to my Evinrude, this thing you could actually hold a conversation in the boat while the motor's running. What?
Yeah, see, it's Mercury Force now. They did buy Force.
Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, it's Mercury Force now. Ah. I guess Mercury must have bought out the Chrysler Force motors. She just looked it up on the interweb. And the internet wouldn't lie.
Well, because I know you can find a Mercury flash Fond du Lac. I thought it said Force on the side.
Oh.
Larry says this picture is stuck on Sally. Are you presenting only? I don't see it, but again, I don't know. It doesn't work like that for us.
Let me look here and see.
Well, that's all right. Then you can watch what Sally's doing. She's coming back to her seat. Ooh, she's got a donut. I want a donut.
That sounds good, huh?
Yeah, I want a donut.
Enough for everybody, Sally?
Yeah, what the hell?
Don't bogart that donut.
She don't even have her headphones on.
I know she can't hear us.
She's too busy licking
now
the blades.
Picture's switching on the regular feed.
Look at that. Just licking the donut remains off of her fingers and just laughing at all of us because we don't have donuts. So.
It's like donut porn.
Work it, Sally. Work it.
Okay, now that's too much, Eric. That's good.
Yeah, a little too far.
That's too much.
Porn is like golf. Watching porn is like watching golf. It's a lot more fun to participate than it is to watch somebody else doing it. At least in my opinion.
Okay. That was stupid.
And it's the same as for eating donuts.
Give me the plastic.
Oh my gosh.
You're not going to pack these 8 million packages, okay? God. You're going to get voted out as CEO.
He wakes up. When are we going on the boat?
Yeah, his eyes are all puffy. He ain't even awake yet.
He didn't even eat. Yeah, when are we going on the boat?
That's when you look at him, dude. We already went out. You got to get on a boat at like 4 o'clock in the morning and go fishing.
I don't want to get him whine. You really want to hear him
No.
whine? Instead of crying.
No, don't want to do that.
Sometimes I'll be like,
You gotta
oh yeah,
put
we
him up.
decided
We
we got
gotta
too
put
much
him
work
early.
to do. We can't go. And then he's like, ah.
Well, we've been trying to go to the zoo for a couple of days, and that's what we were planning on yesterday. And he didn't fall asleep till 5:30 in the morning Monday morning, so there's no way that trip was happening.
Oh wow.
And then now he's not feeling that well, so we'll see.
Actually, is it nice up there?
It is
Eric?
today.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's going to
it
be
is.
upper 80s.
It's going to be in the upper 80s today, but then tomorrow it's going to cool down.
It's going
So,
to be mid 70s.
so that's why we're trying to go today because
Yeah.
the boy wants to ride on a tube, and we always got to stop at the swim beach then and go swimming and all that kind
Yeah.
of stuff.
That'll be fun.
Yeah. I might try to do a video of the maiden voyage of the $69 boat. Hopefully it don't break down.
Can you give me your tape on my roll?
That is my tape. Okay. There's a tape.
Pack your tow rope in just in case. You never know. So.
No. And I need a small box.
Oh, small first class.
I think I can put 2
There you go.
So I've turned over a new leaf, you guys. I'm actually working during the show. So that's why I'm being so quiet. So just so you know. Of course I'm normally quiet anyway, but
Yeah, me too.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, you can tell that lie to somebody else.
It takes me at least an hour before I can even read my computer screen for my eyes to focus. So.
Oh.
I don't usually eat donuts, but it was my first night back last night, and I got some day olds.
You're kind of jonesing for one.
Yeah, not really jonesing, but
You're making me want to eat a donut.
No.
I had to microwave it, you know. 'Cause, if not, they're hard as rocks. But you know, being day old. But
Yeah.
once you microwave them for about 15 seconds, oh, it's like they just came out of the oven and got glaze poured all over them.
All right, Sally, that's enough out of you.
Super good.
Don't you wish you had a donut like me?
Oh, man. What sounds like a better video? Yeah, that guy who's before his son. Where? Oh, no way. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was showing Valerie this jacket that I got. It's called Miss 60. It has a M60 and Miss 60.
Oh.
And this will probably go for about 40.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I never even heard of that brand.
Me neither. I just got it because I seen that it was such good condition, and It was free, so
There you go. Two good criteria.
there's always that.
Yeah.
I got a whole bunch of stuff the other night. I found 2 cameras and a bunch of clothes, nice clothes that are. Oh, my husband wants to see that movie, Grandma Magic Classics, Boss Baby.
Boss Baby. I don't think I've ever heard of that one.
Yeah, it's new. I'll probably watch it. My friend will probably get it on his Vudu, and he shares his Vudu with me, so I'll probably see it when he gets it.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, I need to get on that. Finding that Fire Stick or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I really want one of those too.
I'd like to get it before football starts, but
Yeah.
I just might have to go another season without watching football.
But you can get the season pass from the NFL. That you can either do the full league or you can do just your team.
Uh-huh.
And you don't get to watch the games live, but the next day you can watch the full game. And then you also get all the different views from the different cameras. You can control the camera views you're watching too.
Really?
And it's really not terribly expensive for one team. $60 a year, something like that.
Uh-huh.
But if you want the whole league, I think it's under 200. But the nice thing is you can go back and watch any game then.
Well, that's, yeah.
So I mean, if you want to watch football, well, okay, I'm going to watch this game. I haven't seen it yet. That because I mean, normally you can see, 4 games a week.
Right.
Sunday morning or Sunday, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, the night game, Monday Night Football, and then a Thursday night. So you get 5 games a week.
Right.
Well, this way you would get all 16 games every week. But if like I said, if you follow a certain team and you're not in that market, it's actually really good.
I'll have to look into that.
It's gotten a lot better. When they first rolled it out, it sucked because I mean it just didn't work very well. But it's gotten a lot better. And then somebody paid. Was it YouTube that bought the rights to the Thursday night games this year? I think it was. I think YouTube has the rights to the Thursday night games this year, but I'm not positive.
Really?
I'll have to look that up.
Smaller box.
No, I'm sorry. It's Amazon Prime that bought it.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So that should be on the Fire Stick.
Yeah.
If it's broken.
Yeah. Like Julie says, she gets all the games and she gets all that.
Yep. So we're gonna get. Look at the Prime. I'm not really sure how much or who gets how many games or if they're all going to be on there because like last year Twitter had some of them.
Mm-hmm.
So because they paid so much, they probably have rights to all of them. So I mean, for Thursday night games, you can get if you have a Prime account, you'll be able to watch them on Prime.
Well, that might just have to get me by.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Valerie, do you think? Sorry, go ahead.
Well, I live in my market, and we're big football, so I can always get it. But the problem I always run into is, since I live in the middle of the state, if Cleveland sucks, which they traditionally have, and Cincinnati's doing well, a lot of times the Cleveland game will get bounced for the Cincinnati game because it's
Right.
a better football game. So
Right.
that's the only negative I have where I live. You know, based on where I live, where I mean, if you're, what team do you follow, Val?
Vikings.
Yeah,
Minnesota.
you don't see any games.
Oh.
You might see 1 or 2 games a year if they're national. That's it.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the cable and the local channels, you know, it's all about Kansas City and the
Yeah.
Chiefs, and so
You don't have an antenna
Don't you
hooked up to your TV?
I thought you
What?
had. I
You have an
thought you had.
antenna hooked up to your TV?
Do what?
You have an antenna?
No.
Oh, you should buy an antenna. They're like $25 for a good one.
And you get channels off of that?
Yeah, there's broadcast. They're required to broadcast HD channels in every market. So now you have to figure out. If you go to like there's an antenna TV channel finder, so you put in your zip code and it'll tell you what channels are available where you're at and how far away the signals come from. You need a good antenna though. You can't buy one of those little crappy flat ones in Walmart or something like that. You need one of the ones. They call them attic mounts or outside mounts.
Uh-huh.
I don't have mine mounted in the attic. Mine actually is mounted. It's in my house. It just sits behind my TV, but it's probably that long. But I pick up, I don't know, 20 channels.
Really?
And yeah, I only spent like $30 for the antenna. Now you can buy the antennas. There's really good antennas on Amazon for about $40. You can get some really nice ones.
I need to look into that.
Sling TV? I thought you did.
I did, but I stopped it.
No
Oh, so as I say, you can buy you can buy a sports package instead of on Sling.
Yeah.
But again, you're still paying for something then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay either way, so it really doesn't make that big of a deal. Make that much of a difference, you know. But I mean, that sounds like a good alternative to, you know, at least I can get, even if I can't watch the games, I'd like to follow my team and, you know, but I guess I could do that same thing on my phone too.
Let's see, the Game Pass, what they call it, is $100. Let's see. What's really cool is you can watch old games too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you get access to every game that they've ever played for your team. I'm trying to see, don't remember how much it was. You can watch it on your phone. You can watch it on your TV if you have a hookup to the internet. Roku box, Fire TV, Android, Apple TV. So I'm trying to see.
Dollars in Kansas.
Yes, I am.
Let's see.
Hey Valerie, this Miss 60 jacket. If all the ones that are sold don't have a hood, and mine has a hood, do you think mine's worth more?
Yes.
Like, how much do you think? Like, if they're going for 45, do you think I could maybe list it for 55, 60?
I would go at least 60.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, one with a hood is going to be more, more wanted. People normally will buy a coat with a hood over a coat without a hood. So.
Okay.
Can't be a Unabomber without a hood.
True that.
Why don't you how much is a Fire Stick? Why don't you just aren't they like only $40?
No, they're like 80.
Are they?
The broken ones.
Jason said he
Aren't the
tried Sling Direct TV for a while, and it was pretty good for $20 a month. Yeah,
Yeah.
I pay. That's the thing though with me. I don't want to get to a point where I'm paying $10 for this one, $12 for this one, and then before you know it, I'm paying as much as I pay for basic cable.
Yeah.
I mean, there is, there's no reason for that. So,
Well, that's why I quit Sling because I have Netflix, Hulu, and I have Showbox, and I have Amazon Prime and Sling. But
well, I'll probably go
switch
back
that.
if I don't get the Fire Stick before The Walking Dead starts. I'll probably go ahead and do Sling again because it was good for that. But if it's not on anymore, there's no use in in having it. And believe me, the more TV that I have, the more TV options that I have, the more I'm going to sit on my butt and watch TV. So it's probably more beneficial for me not to have a lot of that stuff.
Well, like I said, the Game Pass is kind of cool for football. It looks like it's $100 a year,
Okay.
but you get all the football. You also get the NFL channel. You get like 3 different NFL channels, Red Zone, and you have access to their library as well.
So if you're gonna pay $100, you might as well get your Fire Stick.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not going to get.
That
You're only going to get what they give you. You're not going to get all the NFL games like you are now. I mean, are you an Amazon Prime?
Yeah.
You can get that on your computer. You can watch the Thursday night games on your computer.
That one's bent.
But you're still going to be stuck with whatever you can possibly get anywhere else. So I mean, if you're a big football, I'm a huge football fan. I'll watch any football, but I like watching my Cleveland Browns. So
Right.
when I used to live out of market, it was a pain in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I'm in market, I don't know, is it really worth it for me? But the ability to go back and watch games over is kind of nice because in this type of work, it's sometimes, you're working or you got an auction to go to or something like that, and you can't do what you want to do. And I miss watching stuff. So.
Right. That's true. I mean, I would, and I'm huge. I don't mind watching, just having that in the background, the game going on, and I don't mind that. I actually like that. So if I had something like that, I probably would, put the TV in here and just.
Well, you
watch
can,
it.
but you can also watch it on your computer.
Well, that's true.
I mean, you can have it in a tab on your computer going, and then if you got listening to that instead of listening to a YouTube video or something like that, you can always
That's
flip over to
true.
watch something real quick.
Didn't think about that.
So
That's
yeah, I mean,
very true.
I'm going to buy it this year just because I said I don't spend any money on cable. So it's $100. It's like 1/12 of a cable bill.
Yeah.
Morning, Tiffany.
I just want to kind of condense a lot of that because I don't want, like I said, I don't want to be spending, this for that, and before I know it, I've got $100 that I'm spending for all this stuff that I'm, all these channels that I'm not going to watch anyway.
True.
Good morning, Tiffany. Okay, let's see here. Hope everyone is having a good morning. I'm doing okay. I've got, how many drafts do I have up yet? I got 6 drafts up. I'm going to go take me some pictures in a minute and get some of that done. So I'll be back in a minute.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. To bring my husband lunch, I just messaged him to see if he'd rather have me order him something. So I have to go to town right away.
Yep.
You're back to work now, Sally?
Yeah, I went last night. I didn't want to go,
I bet.
but I had to do it. Comfortable Life says I got rid of Live Vision many years ago.
Yeah, I haven't had cable for a couple years.
We ordered Sling. We ordered Sling in the wintertime last year. But in the summertime, we just don't watch TV at all. I mean, I don't remember well, I watched a couple movies, a couple mornings in a row, time in probably a couple months that I've actually sat down and watched a movie, you know.
Yeah.
It's just one of the. I mean,
Right.
I don't enjoy watching TV that much. I can't stick with a series long enough. I lose interest.
No. Yeah, usually I'm not into the series, but I like The Walking Dead. Every once in a while, I get into a series, and then that's what I watch. But I handle one or two series, and that's it. So mine is The Walking Dead.
Mary O wants to know if I ever got to do an auction while I was off work. No, but I didn't really prepare for it either. And so I'm hoping that I can prepare for this. There's this one coming up that I want to go to. And it's like right down the street from my house. So
There you go.
So Tim, you pay $130 a month just for cable and dual. Wait,
yeah, you're getting robbed.
for cable and your internet?
That's actually not that bad.
Mine was more. Mine was
I mean, yeah, it's actually pretty
for
good.
cable and internet, no phone. I was paying $169 a month, and I dropped cable, and now I pay $90 a month just for internet.
Oh.
I pay $130 a month and I get internet, Wi-Fi, cable, phone, and I have a DVR.
Yep.
Oh,
For $130.
that's not terrible.
No, it's not. I'm still trying to like talk my husband into drop at the cable and stuff, just so we can get it a little bit cheaper. But then we lose the bundle package.
No.
Well, you guys both have cell phones, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. I kind of like still having a phone at home.
Well, I have Vonage.
I can't get away from that.
I have Vonage for my home phone, but I have it on the lowest
I hate
available
Vonage.
one. I pay $19 a month for a home phone.
Yeah,
And
see, the phone's not that much,
cheaper. You can get the
actually.
Magic Jack and all that stuff and get it for $20 a year or something like that.
Yeah.
I haven't had a
the
house
phone,
phone in probably 8 years.
the phone is not the problem.
No, it's the
The
internet.
phone is
It's the
like
cable.
20 something a month.
But yeah, drop. I mean, if you drop what you can do is go in and price it and see what it's going to be. You know,
Yeah,
I was shocked at how much.
We've
my
already
bill dropped.
done that. We've already done that because I wanted to drop cable and go to like Sling or something like that. And I was thinking about getting that Fire Stick, stuff like that. And So we went through the whole thing, and it was going to cost a lot more a month to not have a bundle.
Well, it depends on
Because
what were you just dropping down a cable? I mean, just having
dropping,
internet. I mean,
yeah, just having internet.
you'd be surprised. I mean, I would be surprised if you were paying more than $80 or $90 a month for that.
Yeah, well, that's part of it. Like, I think it's 60 or 70 with the bundle. And then without, it would be like 110 or something like that, just for the cable, the internet.
Well, I mean,
It's insanely higher. It's worth it just to keep everything together. You know what I mean? And you know, I mean, if I was to get rid of the DVR, that would be $7 I wouldn't pay anymore. You know, which I'm actually thinking about doing, but you know, everything else is bundled together, and it's just cheaper, and that's how they do it.
well,
You know, to kind of wrap you into it.
you have to look at your speed you're paying for too.
Oh, I have great speed.
I know, but do you need that much speed? You kind of have to balance out, you know, what the price point is to where your speed is at.
I don't know, but I have 2 kids that are on the internet constantly.
Yeah, but I mean,
And
you
then
really don't need much more than a 50 download. You know, I don't know what you have. But
I can't remember what I'm at, but it's the top.
well, you
But
might
dropping
that's what I'm saying is,
that isn't very much cheaper though, Eric. It's not like a lot cheaper.
well,
You
I
know
mean,
what I
which
mean?
company do you have? Which company do you have?
It's Charter.
Okay, Charter is one of the more pricier options out there, but is there any competition?
Not really. We had Dish at one point,
Yeah,
and I
I'm not
didn't like it.
isn't worthwhile for internet, but
And the other one, DirecTV, won't. We can't get DirecTV.
is there any cable competition though?
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's the hardest part, is because in some places there's just no competition, so they own the market. They can charge whatever the hell they want.
Yeah.
I mean, here I've got 3 cable companies that, you know, if I have one, 2 of the other ones are always knocking on my door asking me to switch. So,
But I do have advice for people that are paying like 170 or something, and they know that, you know, people get breaks all the time. Like, you know, starting now, if you're a new customer, you can get this whole bundle or whatever for 110 or something, or 99.99. I've seen that, and it was a couple years back, but I was paying 170 for the bundle, and that we get now, and then we got this thing in the mail that was like, to the resident of this address or whatever, and it said, you know, cable phone and internet for $99.99 a month. I called them and I said, you need to give me a break, because I've been with this company for years and you guys have never given me any kind of discount or anything. And they said that there was nothing that they could do, that price was only for new customers, all this bullshit. I was like, okay. I don't want to be with you guys anymore. I want to cut my service. They're like, what?
yeah.
I
Well,
said,
I mean, the cable company.
I said, I want my cable shut off. I want my cable TV shut off, and I want to keep the phone and internet. So I had that cable TV shut off for 1 month. By the first week, I had emails from them saying, we want you back and all this stuff. we'll give you better prices and all this stuff. Well, I called back and they said, oh, we can't actually do anything like that until you've been without service for a month. So I kept the service off for a month to them, and they gave me $100 a month is what I was paying for phone, cable, and internet all bundled together.
Yeah, you got to get to the retention service, customer retention thing, and they'll give you anything you want. It's just you got to be willing to put it out there and say, look, I don't want it then.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I got Spectrum knocking on my door offering me a bundle deal for $99 a month. Why can't I get that same deal from you? I've been with you. I'm a loyal customer. Cable is one of the few companies out there that really screws its loyal customers.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Because they corner most markets and don't have much competition. So
Right.
And they have the most advertisement and stuff like that. So
yeah, but nowadays they do have competition because a lot of people are liking the streaming, the no commercial streaming videos,
Yep.
TV services, and so they need to start.
People are finding more options.
Well, and that's what's driving the cost of cable up, because the broadcast channels have to charge cable that much more because they're losing revenue to everybody else.
Right.
So if
I didn't love The Walking Dead so much, every show I watched, I usually wait until it's on Netflix or something, so I don't have to watch the commercials.
Yeah.
Right.
And then I can just binge watch it. I'd do that way with Walking Dead, but I can't wait a whole season to not watch it.
I understand completely.
Thank you. So I'll just wait till it comes out on Netflix, and then I can't do it. But Showbox, that app I use, that Showbox app, it's on there by the next morning. So I just have to avoid all conversations for the night, and then by the next morning, I can watch it. Last season, I would watch it before the show started.
Well, I can't wait for that Handmaid's Tale to come out with another season.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
I can't either, but I can wait for paying another month for Hulu.
Wow. I understand.
You Do Not Comfortable Life says that they have a 30-foot antenna on top of their house for internet. You can't get internet like that, can you? I thought all internet cable was like under the ground.
There's some HughesNet or something like that. It's not.
Hmm.
You can get antennas like that to pull in, big antennas to pull in Wi-Fi.
Hmm.
I think you still have to be pretty close to the other Wi-Fi, though. Oh. I can't stop yawning today. I am tired.
Me too. Well, I guess, yeah, if you use dial-up. I don't
Dial-up?
even think there was...
Who the hell uses dial-up?
Todd says our internet uses phone line. Which is dial-up, isn't it?
No, you can. No, right? Yeah, you can use DSL as phone line.
Oh.
Like dial-up. Who the hell still use dial-up? I didn't even know they still offered dial-up.
I know a guy who does use dial-up, and because he lives in a really remote area where they don't have cable, any kind. The only thing you get is either HughesNet or dial-up. And his dial-up on his DSL, because his phone lines are so bad because he's so remote, he if he'll get like 10 email messages, he can do his laundry waiting for those emails to download. I mean, because he says with the new operating systems and the new all the new stuff that comes with an email message, he said it's not like the old days when it just came in as a text message. Now it's got all these add-ons and stuff. He says it'll take him like a half an hour to download like 10 email messages. So you can't function on dial-up anymore.
No.
It's like trying to run Windows 95 on the internet. It don't work.
That would suck.
I couldn't do it.
What's sad is you can't get I'm on your Charter Spectrum company. You can't get a price just for internet online. You have to call them. Yeah. All they show you is their bundle pricing.
Mm-hmm.
Which is annoying.
I can get DSL out here, but it was so shitty when I had it. I mean, my mobile internet was better than my DSL was, so I was like, why even have it? You know? But then again, AT&T promised that they would have internet out here by now, and so that's what I was waiting for, and they still haven't done it. So
it looks like their lowest plan when you bundle everything together is like $90 a month before you start adding all the fees onto it.
And I can't get cable out here at all.
Well.
What is Craig Murray? I haven't seen him in a while. Hey, Craig.
I will say this: if you have parents that live out of state, we get our DirecTV through them, and it's like a $10 add-on because they put us down as a vacation house. So it costs them like extra $10 to build. The only bad thing is, not that it's that bad for us, you can't get locals. So I have to, go off air to get my locals if I wanted to watch them. But they don't even give me the Florida locals either. But is it like $10 a month to add on? Yeah, I think it's like $10 a month to add on to that.
Because all they're paying is the additional receiver fee.
Yeah, because all they're paying is the additional receiver fee. So.
Let my nephew do that. They share their.
Yeah.
And we were going to do it too, but we couldn't get a signal for some reason.
We have Charter here, so we only have the internet through them. And then we did have a house phone for a while, and we had a Skype phone because I think the Skype phone cost us like $20 a year, wasn't it, Jim?
No, well, no, it was probably like maybe $40 a year.
Oh, maybe $40 a year. It was super cheap, but we haven't been using that too much.
So what do you pay for your Charter internet only?
What?
What do you pay? What's your monthly bill for Charter with the internet only?
$70.
Yeah. So that I mean, if you decide to get rid of cable TV and your home phone, then that would be your way to go, Sally. Just go internet only and get rid of cable and your phone. You'd be paying like $70 a month.
It's like a Sally and a Charter. Yeah, what it would cost for internet only.
It's about 80, 70.
70.
Yeah.
Well, no, because we always pay late. It should be like 65, and it winds up being 75 because we always pay late.
Yeah. It's 65, but because we pay late, we pay 75.
Yeah, but
you have the plastic.
Whenever we actually talked to somebody and they broke it down, and it would be more than that.
No. They're breaking it down and trying to make it look like it's way worse. All you want is, I just say, I need to know what it's going to cost for me just to have internet only. I don't watch TV. I don't need it. I don't need a home phone. I need internet only.
Yeah, it was significantly higher.
At my office, just Comcast.
Well, you got to figure out what speed you're using too. You should be able to be fine, get by with like 50 meg speed. I mean, I have 3, 4, 5 people sometimes on mine at any time. And I never have trouble with that.
Ours is fine, and
I have a 50 meg speed.
Ours will have 2 computers and the PlayStation, which draws a lot.
And somebody watching a movie.
And somebody watching a movie in the bedroom or something, and we don't have any problem with our speed.
What's up, people?
Hey, Jason.
Hi, Jason.
I got a little something for you guys. I'm gonna go all nostalgic on you.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I want to take one of these out. When you're done, I can.
Cool.
I'll take the package out.
Yeah, estate sale.
What? The estate sale?
Is that what you're going to show them?
No, I already did it. I guess it's not coming through. Never mind.
All right, try it again.
I just connected.
You dial up?
The sound our kids will never know.
I thought it was cute. Oh, man. So, what's everyone doing?
We're working.
Ah, cool.
Working today. Trying to.
Yeah, Eric, you like that link I sent you? I am like all in.
Huh?
I'm all in on that one.
Are you actually going to go to that one?
What's good? What's good about it, Jason?
It's an amazing estate sale.
No, not that.
Oh, did you send me something else?
Yeah, the last one.
Oh, hang on. And I didn't see that one.
It's another storage locker like filled with Nike sneakers. I'm gonna be like the sneaker man.
Wow.
Ooh-wee.
That's a different website.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got. That's an interesting unit. Wow, they let you zoom in with this one. This is nice.
A lot of pride of ownership there.
Yeah, there is. Do you recognize the sneakers? And
They're all Nike except for the 2 boots.
yeah, but I mean, do you recognize if because you've been doing so much research on them, were they the foam posits and all that type of stuff?
Yeah, I even have some of them that are on the shelf there.
What's it at? 6:30.
It ends at freaking midnight. When the hell do they end them at midnight?
Oh, there's sneakers in the totes too.
Uh-huh. And those are some big totes.
There's also that's a
Jersey?
Wilson's leather jacket back there.
Maybe jerseys and all the coat. There's like a whole rack of clothing.
Well, that jacket, that black hanging jacket that's back there, has a Wilson's leather on it. If Wilson's leather isn't that great, heck, there's a Super Soaker in there.
Yeah.
You do realize there's also a mattress in there.
Yeah, but it's only one. And it's
That's
small.
what he's saying now.
Yeah.
Those are big totes too.
They are real big. I think I could only maybe like fit like 4 of those in the back of my truck.
Those are the big 45 quart ones, the huge ones.
Yeah.
How far away is that from you?
Within an hour.
Not too bad. It's an indoor unit.
Yeah.
The rolling rack. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You go get it, Sally.
It's like 18. Is she hitting the donuts again?
No, he got a fly got my hair.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna kill him now. He's on my death list. I was eating donuts, Jason.
Oh man, I missed out.
I ate glazed ones.
It's so funny. Whenever I think of Sally, I think of donuts. Whenever I think of Jim, Benny, I think of poop. It's like people like have their own like little marks, you know. When I see Tara, it's like horses, you know. It's like everyone has their own little thing. Nikki, it's like tractors. Valerie's just Valerie. I don't know.
Really? You don't think of anything when you think of me? Oh.
He doesn't want to admit what he really thinks about Val. That's all.
Naughty.
Yeah, I can't say that kind of stuff on the air. No.
Really?
No, when I think of Val, I think of Elvis.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. Good save, Jason. Good save.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you.
That's
That
good.
was a good
You
save,
did
wasn't it?
you did well. I'd be like, oh, that's so sweet.
When I think of you, I think of tools.
When I think of Tara's gym there, I think of like cheesy like 70s porn.
Okay, that's a good one. Jason, when you thought of Valerie, you should have thought, "Oh, sexy girlfriend." That's what should have came to mind, not Elvis.
True. True.
It looks like there's at least 30 to 35 pair there. I can't really tell because they don't give a great shot of it, but
I can tell you, I studied it for a while. There's a total of at least 50 pairs I could see.
really. Are you counting the ones in the totes too?
No.
Okay.
They're double stacked in that rack. You can kind of make out
Oh,
something.
are they?
Yeah, look real closely.
I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah. They look like they're in good shape too.
Oh yeah, being that they're on that thing and they're probably, kept really neat.
It's really clean locker. They'll probably get pulled, but
How much do you think something like that would go?
it's gonna go 12, 1300 at least.
A lot. It's at like 600 something. Figure. I don't know.
When does it end?
It's still got 6 days, I think, right, or 5?
5.5 days. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's got a lot of
I
time
mean-
on it still.
I did so well in the other sneakers, so I'll put in a real solid bid. Yeah.
So what'd you pay for the last one and what'd you make?
The last one I paid $1,500, and it ended up being 101 pairs of sneakers. I've sold 50% of them already, and I'm just shy of $4,000.
And that's just in sneaker snails.
That's just in sneakers without anything else in the unit. Yeah.
And the unit has a ton of stuff in it. So.
Oh, it's like 1,000 records. You figure even at $1 a record, I mean.
Well, the clothing you saved alone is probably worth $1,000.
Right, and then the Blu-rays, there's like 70 something Blu-rays that are sealed, new, and there's another 80 or so that are opened, and some of them are collector sets, so it's probably close to $1,000 there too.
Yep.
So it was a great buy, hell of a good buy.
Not as good as the last buy though, really.
The last buy. Oh,
When you paid $360 for it, it's going to end up being $3 or $4 by the time you get done selling everything.
yeah, but the sneakers are a lot easier to list and ship.
Yeah, that's true. It's not bad. I like that one.
Yeah, it's definitely got a lot of extra potential that you can't see either.
Well, if you figured $40 a pair, I mean, you're looking at $2,000 in shoes.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. say what? How many? I said there's about 50 that I can see.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Easily that.
Couldn't do that math in your head.
No, I was thinking a higher number. That's why I didn't.
Oh, I'm just saying $40 a pair. I mean, that's a minimum.
I was thinking more like 60.
Oh, okay.
Because even the loose
Yeah,
ones that I
three,
sold that
so-
weren't in that great a condition, I was getting 40 to 50 for.
That's true. You could have double that amount of shoes depending on what's in the toes. It's hard to guess on something like that. Probably. I don't really check the chat that much.
I just sent you a message, Eric.
Ah, look at that.
Towards the I think you could see it in the second to last picture.
Okay, I'm going to say which picture.
On the right, in between, down on the floor.
Oh. Hang on. Oh, yep. Okay. Yeah. That's not going to help the price.
I don't think anyone will even see it. It's so hard to visualize.
What is it?
Just special something.
A little something, something.
If he wins, he'll tell us.
Really?
I put it in the chat.
Hey,
Yeah, just don't mention it to anybody.
I won't.
Yeah, it's one of the big poo stuffed hats like Jim has.
Yeah, I need me one of those. You better win that shit, Jason.
I know.
Yeah, that one will probably get pulled, but if it doesn't, yeah, I could see where you could be all in on that one.
Yeah.
Especially since you have you already signed up for that company?
I will tonight. I was too tired last night when I found it.
Have you looked at anything else from? I mean, how?
No, they don't have. They have maybe like 15 in my area. It's a small company, I guess.
Okay, so they are primarily on the East Coast. Well, I don't know what the heck they're doing all the way down. Greenville. Yeah, they got one in Greenville. Okay. Yeah, they don't have a whole lot.
Nope.
How'd you find them?
I forgot. I bookmarked it a while ago, and I revisited it the other night. I don't even remember. I think it was back when we were searching.
You don't want to buy the unit that's got nothing but phone books in it?
I like the ones that are just filled with tires.
Yeah, those are the best.
Nice.
Or mattresses. I've seen with just filled with mattresses. Like bad ones.
That is like the worst picture I think I've ever seen. You might as well take a picture of the door. It's one in Harrisburg. The guy is literally just holding the door up. That's the only picture.
That's all you get.
You see like 3 totes, and that's it. It doesn't do any good to zoom in on it. I mean, it's just like ridiculous. A lot of furniture. Every time I vow not to buy anything for a while, Jason shows me a great storage units, and then I can go look at storage units again.
There you go. And I still got my eye on that other one. I don't know what the hell I'm gonna do though. That one's insane.
That one is an insane amount of stuff.
You might need to hire somebody, Jason.
Hey, speaking of which, tires, I got 2 units here I could buy with tires in them. And they're going crazy. I mean, literally, one's at $190 and one's at,
Whoops.
it's just full of tires.
Really?
Look at my dog.
Oh, they still have the label. Oh, wait, they're used tires. They have labels that say used tires. Somebody who's in the used tire business is going to buy them.
Sorry, Fuzzy.
Yeah, I would
Throw my water bottle
waste
at
my
you.
money on something like that.
Yeah, Sally, I don't want to hire anyone. I don't play well with others.
No?
That's the problem.
Well, I can see that.
Yeah. I've always been a lone wolf.
Loner.
Yeah.
Lone wolf. I named my boat that.
You
The
named your
Lone
what?
Wolf. My boat. I had a boat and I named it the Lone Wolf.
How about an S-Class Mercedes-Benz?
No, I don't need a car.
With Texas plates on it here in Ohio, odds are that thing is hotter than crazy.
More than likely.
And in Ohio, you can't get a title for a car you bought out of a storage unit.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh.
You have to find the original owner and work out a deal with them. But as parts, that's $4,000 for that unit.
Damn.
Hey, Valerie. You know why I added offer up?
Huh.
Because I really like the sound it makes. Yeah.
Well,
It chinged for me last night because they just sent me a welcome, message or whatever. And Brandon's like, what the hell was that? And I'm like, oh, that's my new app. It's offer up and it cha-chings, but it's a different cha-ching than
it's
eBay.
different.
Yeah, it's a coin. It's coin
Mhm.
dropping. And I'm like, oh, I really love that sound.
Is it many coins or just one coin?
Yeah, it's many coins. Like
Like a slot machine.
Like jackpot. Yeah.
Well, maybe not that many, but it's a couple at least. And I really like that sound. So
Aw.
I'm gonna list something on OfferUp today so I can maybe sell it so I can get that sound again.
Yeah, but with that, people have to pick it up, right?
Or you take
Yeah.
it. To
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ship it.
Well, yeah.
Offer up is just like is a local thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. I mean, I used that Let Go once. It's
Yeah.
interesting.
What is the other unit up
Yeah,
to?
I was watching that Resell Killers last night, and their offer up to Chinger was going off like crazy. So
Wait,
Mhm.
someone's killing off resellers? What?
Yeah.
yeah, they're serial resellers, serial resell killers. Yes.
Resell Killers. That's what their name is. Their YouTube name.
Yeah.
I think it's an awesome name.
I'm just picturing like some guy with a hood over his head coming up to my door.
No, it's just a husband and wife team, and they
Yeah.
they do a lot of pallets and do a lot of offer up and swap meets and
Craigslist.
yeah, they're pretty cool.
That's all, Jason.
Well, Grandma Magic Classics, I'm glad that the kids are being good this morning.
Sold it last night for $65.
What's that?
It's worth it.
That saw.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's an 1870 saw.
Cool.
Actually, I sold one of the other saws. Out of that tool unit I bought, I only put the saws up and I got my money back in saws. So, ship it. Sold 2 bowling pins.
Did you?
Yep.
I noticed you
Good.
sold one. I was looking before the other day.
Yeah, I sold the other one yesterday.
Cool.
Sold that saddle.
Remind me when I get rich. I want to have a bowling alley in my house.
Glad I sold that saddle. I think it's a pain in the ass in my eBay room.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I keep moving it around. I can't really find a good spot for it, you know?
Mm.
And then I sold that autograph thing, the dictation machine that I'm showing everybody. At 140 bucks.
What'd you get on that?
Huh?
What'd you get on that?
140.
Oh, okay.
I probably could have got more if I'd held out more, but I'm just like, you know what? It's a big, heavy piece with all the little pieces. It's a pain in the ass, and
yeah,
get rid of it. I paid. I think I paid no more than $10 for it. It wasn't much, I know that.
Cool.
I did overpay last night for some other stuff, but
I've never heard the words overpaying you before.
well, I bought a bunch of political buttons.
Ooh,
All
cool.
right. The problem is they're 1972 reproductions from the American Oil Company, and they had a set of 38 they issued in 1972, and I have 37 of them. So I bought the other one last night. So I actually invested more money into a bad buy to make the set complete, so I could actually get more money out of it. I'm probably going to break even on it. It did come with like 4 original buttons from like Charity Newsies from like 38 and 39, and one March of Dimes from 41. So hopefully those will pull me out of the hole for that.
I don't know, Eric. You do better spending my money than you do your own.
I do great spending other people's money. I mean, I don't do bad with my own money, but
no, I'm just messing.
But yeah, no, I mean it's all right. I mean, I said, you know, but that's the risk you take when you're buying something that you don't know if it's authentic or not. You know, they're reproductions of old buttons, but you know, at this point they're 72, so that's 45 years old anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, but they're not. Like there were some Teddy Roosevelt buttons in there I was hoping were real, and there was a couple other ones I thought, you know, might be a good shot. I've got some real political buttons, and those are worth really good money. But not as much as these would have been had they been real. And this house I'm buying out of, it's the house that is just completely packed full. This is the 3rd auction they've had out of there, and they're going to have at least 4 or 5 more. So.
How was the zoo yesterday?
I didn't go yesterday.
Oh, you didn't?
No, we're going to go this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Luke had a real rough night and didn't fall asleep till 5:30 in the morning, and so he didn't even get out of bed till noon. He's not even feeling very good right now, so we may have to cancel today. But tis what it is. We got 2 weeks before school starts. We got plenty of time.
School starts in 2 weeks?
For him, yeah. They go back early this year because they built a new high school, and they want the kids to get out early because they need that extra 2 weeks. They normally would start like a week and a half after that, like right around the 25th or 26th. But they need that extra 2 weeks to knock down the old high school, tear it out, and then lay the new parking lot for the new school year the next year.
Oh.
Which is good because I mean he'll be going to that school next year, so he'll be one of the first kids that goes.
Oh, okay. You just reminded me it's the first. I got to pay the rent. Getting out my checkbook right now, before I forget.
Checkbook? You need a checkbook to pay the rent?
Yeah.
In this day and age?
Yeah. Got to have a receipt for this.
You don't do it electronically?
No, it's not a big company or anything.
Well, even Dusty's landlord charges him. He pays his rent through the online.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I send a cashier's check for my mortgage every month. Because they charge me if I do it electronically.
Is that right next to your Christmas clubs?
Yeah, my bank don't charge me, but his bank charges me to send it electronically.
You know, like I pay twice a year. I pay taxes.
Yeah, I mean, I don't write many checks. I mean, yeah, taxes.
Last time I wrote a check,
Right.
probably the last time I wrote a check, I was probably at an auction that only took checks or cash.
I was going to say, I was at an auction recently that only took check or cash, and I wrote a check, yeah.
Am I right, checks?
Not me. I pay everything I like. I write them all down at the beginning of the month, and I check them off as I pay them. No.
It's great. The bigger problem I'd have is that I never had envelopes. But that first storage unit locker I bought, there was a big bundle of envelopes.
I don't know what it is. I'm the same way. I mean, whenever I need an envelope, I'm like, I can't find them because I never use them.
Right.
And so I'm always like, okay, if I can't find the envelope, you know, what do we? So I end up buying box, and then I'll lose that box again for a while, and end up buying another box. I mean, I don't know if I can. Oh, I do have a box of envelopes down there. So when I rearranged my office, I carved out a shelf space for stuff. So, oh, remember how I ordered that Toshiba Flash Air thing?
Yeah.
Okay,
I ordered it too.
Oh, I sent mine back.
Really?
Yeah, hang on. I would like to show you what Amazon loves to do. I ordered a Toshiba Flash Air Wi-Fi SD card.
Mm-hmm.
It's this big, right?
Mm-hmm.
It comes in a little plastic case.
Mm-hmm.
This is the envelope they send it in. It's as big as my chest. Inside here was in another envelope on the inside. But yeah, I sent it back because it doesn't work the same way the old ones worked at. The way it works is it works like its own little hotspot.
Okay.
So you have to disconnect your cable, or how if you're on a wired connection, you'd have to unplug your wired connection, and your wireless will connect to that. Then you can download the photos, and you have to reconnect your wired system. You can't be on two separate connections unless you go through and do a little bit of voodoo magic in your computer. And I didn't feel like messing with it. So yeah, I was really pretty annoyed with it. I spent about 3 hours with it yesterday, trying different ways to make it work. Because I run a wired connection and I have wireless in the computer, but it's like if I unplug my system, it worked great. I can go to it with no trouble.
Right.
And I can download photos and everything. So it works the way it should. It just doesn't work efficiently. It's designed more to take photos with a camera and put them onto a mobile device. That's what they want to use it for. Because that way you could be walking around with your camera in your pocket, or with your phone in your pocket. You can be taking photos and it's downloading them to your camera or to your phone, as opposed to downloading them to a computer. It's not great for computer use.
Okay.
But if you were a person that lists on their phone, but your phone has a crappy camera, it'd be great.
Damn, I wish I waited to order it. I think I ordered it last night.
Yeah, I told you you're supposed to wait until I got it and check it out. But yeah, I sent it back yesterday.
Well, I guess I'll play with it. I have a
Well, you have a Wi-Fi camera.
I have a wireless and a wired connection. My computer's both.
Yeah, so is mine. And there's a way to set the priority for what it goes to. But what happens is when you on your computer and you go, okay, I'm going to go to I want to go to where that location is at. It goes to your browser actually. Because it's going to a connection. Now there's a way you can set it up in order of priority for where it's going to go. I was hoping now if I set it up to go through my router, I might have been able to access it through sharing through the router. But I mean, it's like, you know what? I'm just going to plug the thing take the card out and plug it in somewhere else. I really don't care that much.
Well, I'll play with it when I get it here.
Yeah, now my old Wi-Fi card would automatically just drop them in my computer. I'd take a photo and it would just drop in there, but that stopped working, and I think that company is no longer around. Because their Mobi cards that they have are designed that same way. That's why that's the same technology as the Toshiba. They don't do it where it drops onto your laptop or into your computer anymore. It's like everybody's going, hey, nobody uses computers, but everybody uses mobile, and I'm like, well, kiss my butt. I'm not doing that. So
yeah,
it's a little annoying.
All right. Well, I'll see what I come up with. I know my camera has Wi-Fi, but I think there's no support for it or something. I can never get it.
How does it work as a Wi-Fi? What kind of camera do you have?
It's a Coolpix.
Oh, you have a Nikon Coolpix. Okay.
L840.
Oh, see, I got the P90 Nikon, so we're not too far off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, see, everything is designed to go to your mobile device.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, I couldn't get it to go to the computer, but it was functioning.
Well, that card is going to do the exact same thing. That's what's annoying. I mean, if it would just go to my computer, I would be perfectly fine with that. There's a wireless mobile adapter utility app. Let's see. Yeah, there's no way to connect it. It looks like to a computer.
Yeah.
It does the same thing. It's basically, it becomes a hotspot, and so all you're doing is you're downloading it from that hotspot.
Well, stupid question. If I downloaded it to my phone, then in turn, if I leave my phone plugged into the computer, I can grab it off the phone.
I suppose you could do that. Yeah, that would work.
And I don't care if the phone's plugged in. You know what I mean? That can stay plugged in.
Yeah, I just for me, it was just easier just to take the camera out, the card out of the camera and shove it in the slot, you know.
Hey, there is a question about computer question. You want to hit that because I don't really know anything about iPads.
I'll get internet on my iPad at my office.
And I have to ship some stuff.
If they don't have Wi-Fi, there's no way for you to really do it. I don't believe that there is a wired connection you can use for an iPad. Have you asked your boss? You may not care. It depends though. If it's a secure network, if it's a work system, he may not want Wi-Fi on there. I don't think there's a. I don't know if there's a wired internet dongle for your the iPad or not. Oh, looks like there is. You gotta do it a little differently. You have to get the USB connection to go to your iPad. So where you plug in your Lightning, where you plug in the thing, it turns it into a USB. Then you have to get a USB to Ethernet port and then hook those two together, it looks like. Now they talk about there's a device called a Zytel, and what that is that actually turns it's a little tiny pocket router basically, and it'll put out a really slow signal for you to connect your Wi-Fi to. But again, it's your boss's system. That's the hardest part you got to worry about is whether or not he wants you on there with it. I never thought about setting it up to go to my phone and then have the phone automatically upload them to my computer. Oh, well, it's too late. I sent it back.
Well, I'll let you know if it works.
Yeah, I can always order it again, or if I feel like it. I mean, not a big deal.
Right.
I looked at getting a Wi-Fi camera, and I'm like, that's $200.
Because technically, when you have your phone connected to your computer, it's just another file in the file manager.
True. Well, you should be able to try that just with your camera.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a really easy setup, though. I mean, I'll give them that. It worked just fine. I mean, once I unhooked my computer and ran it as a wireless system and found it popped the photos in there really quick. So
Right.
I didn't get too much into dragging them and dropping them or anything like that, but it did work.
Right.
Yeah, if you don't want to hook up to their system, the only thing you've got left then is you have two options. You can go buy a mobile hotspot. It's possible if you have a phone, like my phone is through Virgin Mobile, and for $5 extra a month, I can actually turn it into a hotspot and allow other devices hooked to it. And I have unlimited internet, so I could actually use it that way as well. or buy a bigger phone and not worry about your iPad. You know, if you buy a big enough phone, I mean, I don't know what kind of phone you have, but if you buy a big enough screen, you don't really, I don't really notice it. You know, I've got a 5.5-inch screen on my phone, so. I used to take my photos first. I don't do that anymore. I do my drafts first now.
To me, it seems like it's because I used to do the same thing, and then I got into just doing the drafts, and I can do my measurements. I can do everything that I need to do when I'm doing my drafts, and then when I steam it, I can look at the item, verify that there's no holes or defects or whatever, and then I can take it and put it on the mannequin, and then again I can, you know, if there's any kind of defects, I can, you know, see them again. So it kind of gives me a few times to be near the item rather than just taking the pictures of them.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do that for clothing, but for me, it's because I bring stuff home and I need to research it to get a really good idea what it's worth.
Right.
And if I'm researching it and I find a really good listing and it's in my mind right then, I create the draft, get all the information in there, and then the only thing then I just set it aside. I just got to take a photo of it.
Right.
Before it was come home, research it. Yes, this is worth listing. Set it aside. Go through my whole, my 3 or 4 boxes I brought home. Then I'd go and grab them, take all my photos, and then sit back down and have to research to find good listings and all that stuff. I was double working, and it's made me a lot more efficient. To just sit down and actually just bang out 10 or 20 listings. I can do that. I mean, you guys have seen me in the challenges when I have the drafts already made. It takes no time at all to go ahead and do the listings itself. You can bang out 10 or 20 listings in an hour.
Right.
But because I pre-researched everything. I mean, that was always the thing for me. I like to I buy the stuff, I put it away. It's good to list. Then I got to research it to figure out what I actually have and what it's worth. And then I was shoving it away. And sometimes, if it's a busy buying week, I might bury that stuff and not see it for a month. And then, I got to re-research it again, figure out what it's worth. And then I'd set it aside, then take photos and come back and redo the research again. It was getting a little. It wasn't very efficient using my time. Whereas now I can, I buy it, it sits in one row, I research it, get my drafts done, figure out what's worth it, make sure I can test and everything at the same time, get it all set up, and then I just take the photos and then I pack them away and move them on to the next stuff.
Right.
So it's, again, I mean, I'm learning. I've been doing this for a long time, and that was a new way for me to do it. I just started doing it a couple months ago. Gotta pack this stuff up. Gotta be packed up before that.
I'm reorganizing all my shelving to make room for more stuff.
For more stuff or more stuff to list?
Well, to make room for that stuff that just came in, I need some space to photo it and everything. I need some shelf space.
It looks like a sneakers. You look like the back room of a sneaker store.
I know. It's ridiculous.
I just actually, Grandma Magic Classic. I just got a scuba suit the other day at the Benz.
I thought about bidding on one at an auction. I don't know if it's something I want to sell.
It's a medium ladies, so I think it should probably go pretty good.
And did you rearrange your shelving, Jason, so it would fit the sneakers better?
Yeah, that and because I'm selling some, so condensing. And I needed the shelf space next to the photo booth for photoing the new stuff coming in.
Wow, thanks for that shot there, buddy.
Yeah, crack's illegal in the state,
What is? What's illegal?
Crack.
Oh,
am I showing crack?
Crack's illegal in the state.
You did.
You were.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. There we go.
A news report about a minor earthquake in the Philadelphia area.
That's interesting.
Why do I bother moving the camera? I swear.
You need some of that crack putty. Plumber's putty.
Yeah.
I'm sorry if I bothered you with my sexiness.
This reminds me of this. There was a show on, I can't remember if it was Hulu, but it was X-Men. You know, the guys that cut down the trees and stuff. And okay, I've completely lost it. It's gone. Never mind. Had a moment.
We were talking about crack.
Oh, okay. So I better talk quick before I lose it again. So there was this guy, and you know they go through the rivers in, like, I think it's Louisiana. They go through the rivers and they look for those logs that are in the rivers, and they get pretty good money for those. And so last night they had one guy, and because he shows crack a lot, they call him Kraken. I think we just found a new nickname for Jason.
I don't want a reseller nickname.
Hopefully that one doesn't come up as the thumbnail for the video. That's a good idea.
Look, I might have to look into that a little bit.
The best side of Jason.
It is my good side. It's so funny when I go to like an estate sale or something. I have a special group of shirts that I go to that are like 3 times longer than normal, just so that doesn't happen.
Jason, you got any ladies' shoes in there?
No.
No?
Yeah. A couple of
they're all smaller men's though. So if the lady's got some big feet, they can probably wear them.
Yeah, I have baby feet.
I have big feet. I have big feet. My husband has big feet, so my kids were screwed. My girls both have size 11 and a half in women's.
Well, I don't know. Well, Tina's got pretty big. I think she wears a size 9, but Julie's a little more like me. I wear a size 7, so.
My brother who lives in Michigan has size 19 and a half shoes.
Wow. How can you walk in something like that?
That's like a big clown.
Yeah, exactly. Crazy.
He's very tall too.
Oh shit! I forgot to pull that one. Damn it! What number was
Yeah, he usually has to order his shoes. He usually can't just go to the store and buy them.
Wow.
Number 20.
One time, and we wanted to go bowling. He's like, "Well, I didn't bring any of my bowling shoes." And I'm like, "Oh, come on, baby, you can go and wear shoes at the bowling alley." He goes, "No, really, I can't." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I suppose with size 19 and a half, I suppose they don't just have those readily available."
Yeah, it's not likely that they would have that size. Wow, Mary
liked it because our
15.
He liked it when he comes up here because our Dunham Sports up here has shoes.
Uh-huh.
So every time he comes here, he can get some nice shoes.
Yeah. That's a big That's a big shoe. Size 15.
Yeah. Yeah, he's definitely my big brother. But his heart is as big as his shoes are, so
Right, right.
he's a good guy. I need to make a trip to see him before summer ends, I think.
Megan says Michael Phelps is only 14 and he uses them as fins. Yeah, I'm sure. All right, guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for the day. So hopefully everybody has a good day, and we will see y'all tomorrow.
Bye, everybody.
Adios.
Peace out.